Kate, Joseph. Your mother and I are going to see Jurassic World Reboot, and we're going to hire both of you a babysitter because the film is not appropriate for people your ages.
Each of you get 3 guesses. And if all of them are incorrect, we'll tell you who the babysitter will be.
Is it going to be Miss Paul?
Good guess, Joseph, but the answer is no. You get 2 more guesses.
Will it be Grandma Thorne?
No, because she is out of town right now, and won't be back until next weekend.
Now I remember. Will it be Larry Loud?
No, and I have not heard of that person before. Your babysitter will be Mrs. Percy.
Isn't Mrs. Percy Chris Percy's mother?
Yes, she is. And we hired her to watch over you and Kate while we're in town.
Does this mean Chris will also be coming over?
No, he won't be coming over because he has homework to do, and he is currently grounded.
I want to hang out with Chris. 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 I want Chris to come over here so we can watch Family Guy.
Joseph, enough with that childish behavior. Listen to what Mom and Dad have to say.
You're not hanging out with Chris because he is another troublemaker, and troublemakers are not a good influence on you. His mother is watching over you and Kate while we're in town. Now, get up off the floor right now.
Thank you. The show starts in about an hour, but we need to be in the theater at least 30 minutes before. So, the babysitter is going to come any minute now. And, we want the 2 of you on your best behavior. Okay?
We understand, Mom and Dad. I will make sure Joseph doesn't misbehave.
Please do. And if he misbehaves, you tell me.
That must be the babysitter. Anyways, we're going to head over to the theater. We'll see you in 3 hours.
You guys have fun with Mrs. Percy, and remember to behave yourselves.
Alright, Kate and Joseph, today we're going to be having bacon lettuce and tomato sandwiches for lunch. Both of you can watch some TV while you're waiting, and I will let you know when lunch is ready.
Oh good, I like bacon lettuce and tomato sandwiches. They're so much better than hamburgers at McDonald's or Burger King. And bacon lettuce and tomato sandwiches are what I now like to call a happy meal.
You have such kind words, Joseph. Anyways, I will be in the kitchen making lunch. See you in about 15 to 20 minutes.
Joseph, I have an idea while we're waiting for lunch to be ready.
Let me guess, let's watch Family Guy.
I don't think so. Even though I am 15, you're still not old enough to watch that show. You're going to be 13 this coming month. I think we should watch something else.
Well, I don't want to watch CoComelon because it's gotten very boring. And Family Guy is so much more entertaining.
We're not watching CoComelon, don't worry. And I'm happy you're moving on from baby shows. Still, we're not watching Family Guy.
But I really want to watch Family Guy. Please, Kate. I want us to watch an episode of Family Guy.
Joseph, come on. Don't get me started with your childish behavior. I'm not going to repeat myself, but we are not watching Family Guy.
I want to watch Family Guy, and that is final. So turn on Family Guy, right now.
Don't talk to me like that. We're going to watch something else like SpongeBob SquarePants, or The Office.
I don't want to watch The Office, or SpongeBob SquarePants. I demand we watch Family Guy, and that is Final.
Like for one Googleplex billionth time, no. We're not watching Family Guy, because you're not old enough to watch that show. Either we watch The Office, or you can go into another room and do something else before lunch.
No, I want to watch Family Guy.
We're not watching Family Guy. We're watching The Office.
Family Guy.
The Office.
Family Guy.
The Office.
Family Guy.
The Office.
My goodness. What are you two fighting over?
Well, she won't let me watch Family Guy.
And I told him we're not watching it because he is only 12 and will be turning 13 next month, and therefore, we're going to watch The Office instead. But he refuses to listen to me.
Both of you, it's not good to be fighting over what you're watching on the TV.
Okay, I'm going upstairs to my room before lunch is ready. Ha 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 ha. Oh my goodness, this episode of Family Guy is very hilarious. I can't stop watching it. This is way better than cringy Cocomelon.
Joseph, Kate. Lunch is ready.
My goodness, just what I was waiting for, bacon, lettuce and tomato sandwiches, my favorite.
At least Joseph is moving on from kids' menus, like Happy Meals, for example.
Wait, is there any Pepsi?
No. We're having water, and Pepsi is not that healthy.
I really want a Pepsi, because I have Pepsi with my bacon, lettuce and tomato sandwiches.
We don't have sodas here anymore, they're not very healthy. So, I suggest you sit down so we can eat our sandwiches.
I want a Pepsi, 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 I want a Pepsi. Please, why can't you let me have a Pepsi, you entitled Catherines?
Joseph, what did you just call me?
You're such an entitled Catherine because you won't give me my Pepsi.
That is not a very nice thing to say, especially to a babysitter. All I am saying is Pepsi isn't very healthy. Now, get up off the floor, stop kicking and screaming like a toddler, and eat your lunch before it gets cold. That's it. Joseph, I want you to take your lunch somewhere else. I can't take this anymore.
I'm also telling Mom and Dad about how you're acting when they get home.
I guess I will be watching Family Guy while I am eating my sandwich.
Joseph, we can't believe that you misbehaved for your babysitter, again. That is it.
For this, you will be grounded for 1 week. And we're going to teach you not to behave like this for babysitters again. Now go upstairs to your room and think about what you did.
Just stop it.